Can't wait for that game to come out. A lot of games on the horizon. This is the year of platform fighters, mind you.
Oh, yeah.
We got Multiverses literally 3 days away. We've got Rivals 2 going probably set for a release later on in the year. Combo Devils has a booth here that looks like really fun too. Tons of platformers, dude. It's a good time to be a platformer fan.
I've been playing the Rivals 2 beta. It's a great time.
Dude, I love it. I played the crap out of the first one. The second weekend, unfortunately, I was out of town, but the first weekend, I was all over that game.
Oh, yeah. Here we are into Smashville game number 1, Nuhuh versus RubyD. Starting things off with Squirtle, which is a pretty standard practice here when you come to Pokemon Trainer flowchart theory, right?
Yes.
You want to be the lighter character who has the combo game, so able to sneak in at this, especially with the lower body, right? It's really hard for some characters to hit Squirtle.
Yeah. Whenever you're like small like that, especially when you're playing a tall character like Zelda, you know, humanoids can sometimes struggle against characters that are a little shorter.
You gotta be really careful on this recovery though when you're Squirtle though, because I'm sure if you get hit by one of those Inspires, you would just explode. So the switch over, an immediate Flare Blitz onto the stage. I like the gusto.
Yeah, speaking of explosion, an explosive play coming out from Nuhuh with that side B. We got an up B out of shield because you're playing as Charizard. Big hefty boy, gonna be able to survive through that. Ivysaur nor Squirtle would have survived that big hit. And the hit extension, because it caught with Phantom Knight, made it last even longer.
But I also might have like sour spotted the Zelda hit. I'm not entirely sure here, but is that worth taking like 40% damage for that recovery?
It's about sending a message, sir.
All right, hey.
So I am not afraid to take this hit. In fact, it makes me stronger because I get more rage, so I can kill you sooner.
That means I can forward tilt you on the ledge and just do explode. Oh!
Bullet Seed, gonna rack up a lot of damage. RubyD was a little scared there for a second because Nuhuh was playing overly aggressive there off stage. Something you don't really need to do as Ivysaur. You kind of want to just play him set up like ledge trap because his ledge trap game is out of this world.
Yeah, that down air hits like below this stage so far it goes to the next stage. So you can just do that from the stage and you're totally fine. But maybe it's a little bit harder for him to sweet spot the timing on these up B teleport recoveries?
Yeah.
I don't know, but
hate to see it happen. Up B, gonna miss that ledge, fall towards the blast zone. That's okay, you still got a small little lead here, but not for long. Nuhuh starting to bring this back little by little. As Ivysaur, I'm kind of afraid that we haven't seen too much Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf's kind of like Ivysaur's bread and butter, right? It's a projectile that's also his combo starter.
All right, Phantom getting some work done, and yeah, that Razor Leaf just barely interrupting Zelda enough to allow Nuhuh some time to get back onto the stage.
Yeah. More Phantom Knight. I see the swap over to Charizard here soon because we're reaching some pretty dangerous percentages. Opps trying to go for a ledge trap, can't find the mark. Overextends with that forward smash, and we got a great punish coming up from RubyD's back air.
Now Charizard's forced into play, and this might be exactly what RubyD wants to happen. But okay, knock him away. And I would switch to Squirtle right now, but oh no, you get the stock first. So, of course, get the stock first.
Yeah. And honestly, good vibes are happening right now. We're sticking with the Charizard. The vibes are immaculate with this Pokemon, and trying to get some more damage in the process. Could see the swap happening soon here because we're taking a little bit too much damage, especially as a heavyweight that loves being comboed at low damage.
My opinion on this character changes like from day to day, but for a long time I was just Charizard's the best Pokemon because he's got that back air that like has its own area code, and you can just use it in the neutral sometimes just for fun. And, like once you get someone into this position, they can just die. Yeah, the Dare Spike is an option, but you could have just gone for back air there too.
Trying to find these up airs on top of it, catching the landings from Nuhuh. As RubyD is not fighting Pokemon Trainer anymore. RubyD is fighting a Charizard.
Yeah.
Like, this is Smash 4 Charizard. He's just missing the Rock Smash.
Which was one of Charizard's best moves in Smash 4, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh! All right.
That was
Respect.
insanely scary, but that's okay. Nuhuh does have access to 2 separate double jumps because of Charizard with the wings. Gets it from the ability of a fly.
Okay, take it slow here. Trying to start something in there. Gets the sour hit of that back air. It's enough to knock Zelda off the screen for a moment in time, but this juggle just continues. Charizard really can't land.
Yeah, there's a situation there where... Oh, no! My God. Flare Blitz coming in to sail off that first game. That literally just stuck with the Charizard the entire last stock. We didn't saw no Squirtle, no Ivysaur, nothing. This guy plays Pokemon Trainer to play Charizard.
And it worked.
Yeah. There was a weird situation that happened there near the end where he kind of just let RubyD on the stage for free. And I think he was just petrified of the Phantom Knight. So he was like on the left side of the stage while RubyD just kind of got back to stage.
Yeah, and RubyD had the juggles going for a long time, but then just like dropped it for like that one moment there where it looked like it might have been. We've seen a lot of like flare blitzes to the ledge attempts, but that one was just a little more aggressive than maybe she had planned. Well, that means the game goes Nuhuh's way.
Gonna go with the Smashville this time around, make it close and intimate. Kind of a odd pick for Zelda, right? I feel like Zelda would thrive more off of like a bigger open stage, right?
Well, if you want to just set up shop under the platform and just make it really hard to get past the Phantom Knight, that Smashville is your one-stop shop for that.
True, true. Trying to decide what costume we're going to play here and what we're starting off with. It's going to be the Squirtle this time around. See how we can be able to play through this for game numero 2.
So Charizard was definitely the MVP Pokemon there for Nuhuh in game 1. Obviously won the game, right, on that last stock. But I want to see a little bit more action out of the Squirtle and the Ivysaur. They kind of felt a little bit on the downturn of the 3 Pokemon.
Especially Squirtle. We only saw him at the very beginning. It's like, okay, Squirtle, return. I choose you, Ivysaur. Return. Charizard's my last Pokemon. Like,
the rest of them are like level 2.
I mean, Charizard's
level 6.
I mean, the Squirtle is clearly not evolved, so. Up B out of shield. Gonna give you a decent amount of damage for your troubles. That squirt gun, dude. It's so wacky because of the pushback effect. It always just messes with people's recoveries.
Well, that's like the Mario Flood, right? Like the I would like neutral back, please. Thank you, Flood. I appreciate it. Oh, letting it rip with the up B out of shield, but missing the second hit, and that air dodge is not what you like to see. Scooped up easily by the forward smash of Nuhuh.
Nuhuh definitely likes seeing that one, though. Called it out in a dominant fashion here. RubyD starting to get overwhelmed right now with this Ivysaur. You saw him actually pop off in his chair after getting 3 up airs in a row, especially using the platform disadvantage.
That's more of the game that you want to see from this Pokemon. And
yo, that Vine Whip?
Check the patch, man.
Check the patch, he says. Okay, RubyD coming right back into it. See if we can try to get this next stock here. Phantom Knight finally finds the uppercut of the Sword Swing. Fire is going to be able to force an air dodge instead. RubyD needs a miracle at this point.
Yeah, RubyD needs some help. Maybe it's going to come from the Phantom Knight and his Din's Fire, but no, good recovery avoidance. This is the first time we've seen Charizard this game.
Yeah.
The other Pokemon have absolutely done their jobs.
I was about to say, if I'm not, I'm spamming Flare Blitz. Because like, I got 3 stocks to play with, bro. One of them's going to hit, I swear.
You got to get Zelda to like at least like 50 before you start spamming Flare Blitz stuff.
Forward, so there's another Flare Blitz, point blank headshot, looking like a 3 stock with that down air.
And we're spamming it,
brother.
We're spamming it.
I told you. I know it's exactly going through this Charizard's head, bro. That was 4 Flare Blitzes in a row. When you got a 3 stock to 1 stock lead, why not? What's the worst thing that happens? You die? Cool, you got 2 stocks left.
RubyD was this close to game number 1, and then the Flare Blitz did her in, but then game number 2 just kind of all came unraveling at the seams.
You can kind of sense a little bit of frustration after the loss of the first game, right? I feel like RubyD was definitely in control the entirety of game 1 until the Charizard came out at the very end. Then the game plan changed so dramatically, I think it like flustered RubyD a bit, especially with getting hit by the Flare Blitzes. And then that kind of like snowballed into what we saw for game number 2.
Right.
Getting into an inevitable 3 stock.